Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Backstage Bimbo TV. It's me again, Allison Rouse, your most notorious groupie and author of We've Got Tonight, The Life and Times of Notorious Groupie. Me. Thank you, everybody, for all the awesome love and support. I just really can never be thankful enough for everybody that I'm meeting and all the awesome comments and camaraderie that you're creating here with me. Thank you so much, you guys. Truly appreciate it. And I appreciate all the book sales. Link is in the description. Somebody mentioned something about I should start a merch line. I've had one. I just really suck at marketing and talking about it. Link again is down in the description, along with Patreon, the drink mix of the day, and all the lovely stuff. So, we're going to get to some cocktails and rocktails today, and we're going to talk about a huge singer. And this story is not in the book. And we're going to talk about things you don't do as a groupie, as a woman, as all kinds of things. But, so we're going to talk about when Danny and I met Neil Diamond. That's right, Neil Diamond, you guys. And the drink for the day is the Sweet Caroline. So everybody, grab your sweeties, kick up your heels, and let's have some cocktails and rocktails, shall we? Cheers, big ears. Oh, that's good. I like that. All right. So this is another one of those kind of misadventures in the 80s. It was about probably around 1988 to 89. Danny and I just moved into our first place with our friend Angie. And there was this girl that we had known from backstage who had dated a couple roadies and stuff called Bridget. Well, she had just come off the road with being one of her roadie friends. I don't remember who he was working for, but she just come back and needed a place to stay, apparently. Well, turns out she wasn't exactly 18 and she was a runaway, but we didn't know that. We sent her on her way the second we did. But in the meantime, she was staying with us. And we decided we were going to go downtown as usual, do the rounds, see if there was anybody in town. Because this is before internet and stuff like that, So we don't have access to Polestar or band websites to check out their tour dates and stuff. Nothing like that. So we go downtown and we're cruising around. And one place we rarely ever look because not many bands stay there is the Little America. Well, we decided to cruise by because we didn't see any tour buses anywhere. So we decide to cruise on by. And guess what? Oh, tour buses. Yay. Just what a groupie loves to see. So we pull over and we're like, well, what the hell? Who is this? We don't know who's in town. Nobody's called us. So we go in and what do? The usual thing. We go to the hotel bar, where we meet a couple of roadies and we start talking. They buy us drinks. We start having a good night. And we're like, well, who are you guys here with? Neil Diamond. Really? Neil Diamond? And we thought, oh, this is going to be kind of a lame night. It's Neil Diamond. He's not into the whole backstage groupie scene, without a doubt. And we're all thinking this, so we all kind of look at each other, and then they say, and he would love to meet you ladies, I'm sure. Would he then? Well, okay. And Bridget, she is one of those frenemies. I've talked about her before. She's one of those people that will say things to you in like the sweetest way, but it's that total undercut. And she'll just sit there and, try and be superior and try and be a better woman and her version of a woman, because a great woman is different for everybody, whether it's yourself or what a man wants or whatever, And all we can do is be ourselves and live up to our own selves, because living up to our own standards is hard enough. So anyway, we're all up there and Bridget's pulling her same bullshit. So Danny and I are just sort of rolling our eyes, kind of going on our merry way, just totally ignoring her. And, even the guys are like, what the fuck? So they're like, yeah, we should go upstairs. We do have some weed and stuff. Let's go smoke and move the party upstairs. And we'll call Neil. Okay. So we moved the party upstairs to the dressing room, to one of the hotel rooms, and they were all in suites because the Little America, the main tower that they were in, are all big, beautiful rooms. So we're sitting there, and they make the phone call, and Neil's like, yeah, I've got to go down, and why don't you guys come up to my room and we'll order up some champagne and blah, 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 blah. So we do. We move from one room all the way up to the penthouse suite of the tower. And we go in, and sure enough, that we knock on the door. And it opens up, and there is Neil Diamond. So another one of those unexpected nights that I've talked about, with like Toby Keith and the Tim McGraw tour and stuff like that. And now here we are, Neil fucking Diamond. Never in a million years would I think we have met him or wanted to meet him or anything like that. Never on the radar because, we're rock groupies. And we just think that some bands, some musicians, some huge legendary names are just beyond. But this will teach you guys. No rocker, no musician, no pop star, no one is beyond obtainability as far as the band game goes. So, this night kind of taught us that, whoa, hold on. There are no limits to where groupies can go. Whoa. And we were just going into Neil Diamond. So we go in, and Bridget, and she's like kind of small, that over tanned, typical, she's got a bob with the curly, kind of duck butt, the pre-Karen cut type of thing. You know what I mean? Where it goes up, and she goes in, and she acts, and she was a pretty girl. She was cute, had that little button nose. But she goes in, and she's just like, hi, I'm Bridget. And she just starts acting like, oh, yeah, really? She sits down next to him and stuff, and he's just kind of talking to us all, getting to know us. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to sneeze. But so anyway, Neil's just being introduced to us all. He's pouring us all champagne. Bridget's trying to glom up on him because she's trying to, and the conversation she's having is trying to show her superiority. All of us groupies have run into girls like this over and over again. Some not as many as maybe me and my friends have because we were in it just technically longer. So we've run into a few more of those frenemy types. So anyway, we're just introducing ourselves around, and Neil's like, well, we were going to, I was going to go to dinner, maybe go have drinks somewhere. Where would you ladies suggest? So we're suggesting a lot of really cool places, nicer places that we can kind of be relaxed in and stuff, the people we know, the bartenders and stuff. And we're suggesting that, and he's like, all right. He's like, well, let me call valet because I need to iron my shirt. And Bridget, thinking that ironing her shirt is going to show how well she takes care of her man, jumps up and is like, oh no, I'll iron it for you. Don't worry, Neil. So she goes and gets a towel and grabs an iron because, in the suites and stuff, there's irons in all hotel rooms. So she grabs it and she's all ironing. She's like, I'm a full kind of woman. I'm really good in bed and I can make you a meal and iron your shirt at the same time. She's like, unlike other people I know. One of those. And Neil's just sitting on the couch, kicked back, and he's like, yeah. He's like, you keep ironing that shirt because that's what I think that the valet was supposed to do. And he's not buying into her bullshit. He's just kind of letting her do whatever the fuck. Well, he's like, yeah, keep her busy because he didn't want to talk to her at this point. So he's like, keep her busy and I'll hang over here with you guys. So like I said, we were just sitting there and, Neil Diamond is smoking weed with us and having champagne. I'm like, Neil Diamond smoking weed? What? No! And we ended up getting him more for the duration of his stay because he had 2 shows, so he was going to be there a few days. So we go out that night, we go have dinner and drinks at a couple quiet places, enjoy the night. And, Neil's just being, and the roadies and a couple of the guys from his band and stuff, and we're all just out to dinner, enjoying the evening. And Neil's kind of just talking to all of us, not so much Bridget, because guys can, rockers can see through women like that in a split second. So he was just kind of being nice to her, but kind of feeling out Danny and I and seeing what was going on and stuff. So, and Danny really wasn't interested. She was getting along with one of the more guys in this. So I was kind of not really thinking, I didn't really want to be with anybody. But then Neil realized, hey, she's the only one left. Oh, but no, it wasn't like that. He and I kind of were just talking more than, but like I said, guys do that. They feel things out to see who they want to be with, especially musicians. So we did that. You know, we finished dinner. We go back to the hotel. He's like, I think we could use some more weed, maybe a walk tonight and see where the night goes. And he's kind of doing this on my shoulder. No, dude. I'm like 18 years old, and that is like such a schmarmy little move at the time. 18, 19 years old. Wasn't falling for the, oh, sweetheart. Ooh, he touched me. No. So we go back to the hotel. We're sitting there, and Neil makes a point to get me all comfy and get me drinks because now we're all starting to pair off. And I'm thinking in my head, well, it is Neil Diamond. But I'm still just not attracted to him, and I can't just sleep with someone because they're famous. There has to be chemistry. And there was fun chemistry, like hanging out. We were all having a good time, but there wasn't that attraction, you know, that I'm just going to go be with him because I'm one of the 3 women that's available. You know? No. So we're sitting there, and we're on the couch and stuff, and Danny leaves. And Bridget's still sitting there, still trying to get in the roadies. Finally, he looks at the roadies, and he's like, well, we'll see you guys later. He's like, maybe it's time for me to go to bed. And Bridget's like, yeah, Allison, come on. He wants us to leave. He doesn't want to be with you. So Neil turns around and goes, excuse me. He's like, no, I don't want to be with you. He's like, I actually want her to stay because I would like a little alone time with her. So guys, why don't you take care of this girl and get her a cab home? Throws $100 at her and says, bye. That's how it goes sometimes. You just can't bullshit in rock and roll. So I'm standing there. I'm like, okay, I'm by myself. I have the car keys, so I'm not worried about anything. I'll come pick Danny up in the morning, whatever. So we're sitting on the couch, and he starts talking to me more, and we just have a normal conversation. You know, what can we do tomorrow? Because we've got the day off, and we have 2 shows later, and I'd love to go see Park City. So I'm like, yeah, we can go do that. You know, we can make plans, grab Danny, grab the guys. You know, he's like, we can have the hotel van drive us around so we don't have to worry about anything. We can all drink, whatever. I'm like, okay. So then he kind of has his hand on the back of the couch, the arm, you know, and he's still kind of rubbing my shoulder, doing the rubby rubs, just kind of doing, and then he does the leaning in, and I'm like, am I going to let this happen? We'll see. And he leans in and he starts kissing me, does the little sweeping of the hair off my face, and oh, you're so pretty. You know, guys say this to everyone, not that I'm gorgeous or anything. I hold my own because I'm my own person. But anyway, so he leans in and he kisses me. And like, trying to be like sexy with the French kiss. And it's, you know, tongue is good, but it's good to back the tongue away at times too. You know, and all I could think is, well, maybe this will be good at eating pussy, but I'm not sure Neil Diamond eats pussy. The way he uses that tongue, it can make a mess of something down there, but it's making a mess of not goodness up here. You know, it was an okay kiss. It was just like kissing a pillow, kind of, with its own tongue. I don't know how to describe it. It just didn't turn me on. So, you know, I was just like, that was nice. He's like, yeah, it was. He's like, we should go make it more nice. I'm like, you know what? I said, I've got, you know, some things. I've got some appointments in the morning, a dentist appointment like 8 a.m. And if we're going to be ready to go by noon, I'm like, I got to go home and get some sleep. Oh, well, we can get some sleep here. He's like, I'll make sure you're nice and relaxed. And I'm just like, okay, this is just getting kind of old man cheesy at this point. And I'm like, oh, sweet Caroline, no. And I turned him down, and he took it very cool and very gracefully, but he was like, well, he's like, you may not have the same chance tomorrow. He's like, you never know who may cross my path. I'm like, well, if there's someone better than me that you want to be with, oh well. I'm like, there may be another band in town. You never know. And he was like, kind of looked at me. I'm like, honey, musicians are dime a dozen, just like back lounge Betties are, but I'm no back lounge Betty. I'm like, I'm a road wife, so we're few and far between. But we'll see who crosses your path tomorrow. I said, we'll call you in the morning after I'm done with my dentist appointment. And I just sort of, I just kind of wanted to keep him on the line and make his ego feel a little better. So I just grabbed his little shirt collar and gave him a kiss, just a long lingering, no tongue, no open mouth kiss. And I was like, it's not over yet. But it so was. Like, yeah, so we hung out, went out to Park City the next morning, and he kind of got a little attitude because I still wasn't getting on his dick with, wee, Neil Diamond, oh my God, starfucker enthusiasm. I was just like, no. You're cool, and it's cool to be hanging out with Neil Diamond and, hearing some of his adventures and stories and things he had to talk about, which was really cool, and just different interests and stuff. So that was really cool. Got to hang out with Neil Diamond. Who else has fucking stories of Neil Diamond? Any other groupie? What's that I hear? Crickets? Yeah. So that's my little story. Neil Diamond went to the show. By the time we got to the show, he figured out, we went to both shows, he figured out I wasn't going to be with him. So he just kind of, okay, and then went and found some, like, horny soccer mom that just got a divorce and was with her. Bridget mysteriously disappeared. We kind of told her she couldn't stay there anymore because we figured out, we saw her ID and saw that, yeah. So we just kind of sent her home the morning after the first night, back to Ogden, wherever she was from. See you later. Don't need any more frenemies, because I just made a new frenemy of Neil Diamond, apparently. If he doesn't get his dick sucked by who he wants, woo, watch out, boys. Yeah. So there's my Neil Diamond story. Didn't expect it. Not the greatest kisser. Like I said, it was just way too much tongue. It was the tongue of a 12-year-old boy having his first French kiss. It's like, okay, it touched my tonsil, I think. I don't know, my gag reflex. Because it did make me gag. Anyway, so there you guys go. Thank you again for all the love. Hope you enjoyed this little Neil Diamond story. And another frenemy little bits and pieces because, a lot of these girls creep into rock and roll, unfortunately. So, there you guys go. Thanks again for all the love, for all the support. I really, truly appreciate you guys. I can't wait for things that I really want to do, people that are going to be coming on, that are going to be coming up. And for the person who says I never change clothes, look, I wore something different today. And I will have this on several different vlogs because I film mini vlogs in one day. Only a couple days a week, but I film like 4 or 5 in a day. So if it looks like I'm wearing the same thing over and over, sorry, I'm not. But thanks for the offer of the clothes. I've got 3 closets full of them. My shoes alone. All right, guys. Thanks again for all the love and support. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. For those 53% that are not subscribed, that are just haunting me, hit it and hit my bells. And we'll see you next week for some more cocktails and rocktails. Cheers, big ears.